Hi guys, welcome back to Too Cool for Middle School. I desperately need to do some book organization. Too many books have come in and I haven't, I just haven't done a very good job of organizing all of them. So that is on my to-do list today. So I thought we would go through some of the books that I have either been sent recently or just bought for myself, do a little book haul. I love watching these, and then just do like a little life update check-in. I mean, there's not much to say. I'm currently on maternity leave. I have a little baby girl who will be 3 months old tomorrow. She's taking a nap, which probably won't last too long. I'm always on borrowed time here. And another thing that I need to do, so maybe this will be another video, but I need to organize like all my clothing. I need to get kind of like a capsule wardrobe situation going on. You go from like your maternity clothes to postpartum stuff to just kind of like in the middle. I don't know, I need to get a handle on all my clothing as well. I kind of have like all different sizes and purposes for things. So yeah, this is just, it's a little bit of a weird time. It's the end of the school year and I'm very, very grateful that I'm not teaching. I'm really glad I didn't go back for the end of this year, but I am starting to think about next year because I'll just be going back to my same position. I think I have like the same classes that I'll be teaching pretty much. So I am kind of starting to think about next year. There was a brief, a couple of days where I like unnecessarily complicated my life and thought about maybe switching it up next year and doing something different. At the moment, we're just gonna keep things the same. So I've got some history classes and some English classes, and a lot of the books that I bring in just go straight to my classroom, but since I haven't been there for a while, that's another reason why a lot of things are kind of piling up here. So over the summer, I'll probably spend a lot of time, or just a little bit of time, checking in on my classroom, seeing how things are going in there. I have no idea. And then, just like organizing my books again. I need another bookshelf and I need to fix up the bookshelves that I have. Okay, so let's get into some of the things we have here. So this book is from Simon & Schuster. Sometimes I get these cool little PR packages. This is The Great Zappino. On the inside it says, sometimes following your heart means taking a great leap. This is what the book looks like. Really cute. Oh, okay, so I think this one is just, like a true picture book. Like the plot is told in pictures. Oh, except for The Great Zappino. I know this is like blasphemous to some people, but I don't love jackets if they're just the same as the cover. With little kids and trying to keep things like organized and stuff, I don't like having them. Here's another PR package, but I need some scissors. Oh, shoot. That was like weirdly difficult. Okay, this one's from Penguin Random House. This is the newest book from Matthew Paul Turner. He's one of my favorite children's book authors. Aww, this is so cool. Okay, it comes with a little card for me. This is really nice of authors, like when they write you a little handwritten note. Megan, I hope that you and yours are happy, healthy, and enjoying springtime. I'm also hopeful that this new book will bring lots of love and light your way. With love, Matthew. Aw, that's really cool. And it comes with some sunflower seeds and some little gardening gloves. I am God's dream. The illustrations are so cute. And it kind of has that like nature and gardening theme. Ooh, I'm excited to read this one with Jensen as well. Okay, the other day I went to this bookstore that I follow on Instagram called Bel Canto Books in Long Beach. And it's like within, this place called The Hangout. So they have like a shared space on 4th Street in Long Beach, which is really cute if you've never been there. So I went there with my friend and I picked up a couple things. First of all, I got this mug that says Bel Canto Books, read, think, sing. And then on the back it says coffee plus books equals happy place. And it's like a really substantial mug. The last thing in the world that I need right now is another mug, but I really liked this one. I also got these super cute socks that say pros over bros. Aren't those funny? I just thought they were really cute. So we got some book themed socks. And then the book that I actually got is this one, Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Mandel. She wrote Station 11, which I really liked. I have a video reviewing it and the HBO series based on it. I have no idea what this one is about, but yeah, I think I'm not gonna read the overview. I'm just gonna let it surprise me. Another kind of random stack right here. I got this one recently because I keep watching that BBC Select show, Right Around the World. And just like every single book that they mention, I keep buying. So this is Pompeii by Robert Harris. And so it's like historical fiction set in ancient Rome. It's so easy to find historical fiction, you know, about like US history. There's a ton about World War II. It's really hard to find ancient history, historical fiction though. So I want to read this and see how that one is. I mentioned this in my previous video. This is a book of poetry by Lorca. Actually, this is also inspired by Right Around the World. That was the Italy episode. This is the Spain episode, obviously. I got another Isabel Allende book called The House of Spirits because I loved A Long Petal of the Sea so much. So all of those I just like bought myself. And then this one was sent to me from Simon & Schuster. 13 Witches, this is book 2. I'm pretty sure I have book 1 in my classroom already, so this is just another one that I'll bring to my classroom. I don't always read everything before it goes in to my classroom bookshelf. I read a lot of it, but not everything. These, you know, are written for students. Sometimes they say, oh, ages 9 to 13. All right, so ages 9 to 13. I'm just trusting it. I'm sure it's fine. I'm not worried about it, but yeah, I get asked that question fairly often. Like, do I read everything that I put into my classroom bookshelf? And no, I do not. Here's another little PR package from Simon & Schuster. This is for Arusha and the End of Time, the graphic novel version. And it comes with a t-shirt. This is the t-shirt and like pajama pants with like stars and moons on them. I think these are so cute. So I'm gonna save these for like some kind of a reading contest next year. Like, I don't know, if a kid reads this book or another book or something, I don't know, they can win a prize. So this kind of stuff is really fun to save for students. Last year I got a Tristan Strong like sweatshirt. So I also did a giveaway with my students for that one. Whoever could read the whole series first got it. And the kid who got it, I was like so happy for him. And he wore it all the time. So that was really cute. And we have so many more to go. Okay, here's another stack. This one was sent to me by a friend. It's called Good Moms Have Scary Thoughts. And I flipped through it a little bit and it's just about, you know, the difficulty of that postpartum time and how anxious you are, you know, about your baby and everything going on. So that was a nice little gift. I think all of these were from Macmillan Publishers. So thank you so much to Macmillan. I know I think their Instagram is like Macmillan Reads. So this one is called I Kissed Shara Wheeler, little romance novel about Chloe Green. Oh, she moved from Southern California to Alabama for high school. Oh, this author also wrote Red, White, and Royal Blue. I feel like I've seen that cover before. So it's nice to have some fun YA books to put in my classroom. This one is 12 Steps to Changing Yourself in the World, an Abolitionist Handbook by Patrice Cullers. And I read her other book, When They Call You a Terrorist. She's one of the founders of Black Lives Matter. And however you feel about the particular organization, I did learn a lot from her other book, from When They Call You a Terrorist. It was absolutely worth my time to read it. And people have a lot of thoughts and opinions and things to say about her and her organization, and like they haven't actually read what she has to say or what, you know, the other co-founders have to say. And so I think before you have anything to say, you need to make sure that you've actually, you know, read their work and know what they really stand for. So I think that's an important thing to do. So this is one that I will read. This one's called My 7 Black Fathers, a Young Activist Memoir of Race, Family, and the Mentors Who Made Him Whole by Will Jawando. Oh yeah, he was the Associate Director of Public Engagement at the White House. So that's kind of interesting. That'd be cool to read about. So it's, you know, fairly short, so that's nice. Here's another memoir, Saigon, a Misfits memoir of great books, punk rock, and the fight to fit in. I was thinking of doing a memoir unit next year with my 7th grade English students, so this one might be a good option for them. Hopefully I'll get a chance to read it just because I'm interested to see. And this one is called Crossing the Line, A Fearless Team of Brothers and the Sport That Changed Their Lives Forever by Kareem Rosser. And so this is a bunch of kids from West Philadelphia who become part of the first all-black national interscholastic polo championship team. I do not know much about polo, but this would be an interesting way to learn more about it. So another good like non-fiction title. A lot of these are non-fiction, although I think this one is fiction. All the Best Liars by Amelia Kahaney. Ooh, it's set in the California desert. When a deadly fire is set 2 weeks before the end of high school, nothing will ever be the same. In the end, each of them will escape, but not in the way any of them expects. What a beautiful cover. This one is Full Flight. He was the missing half of her duet. This one is set in Texas. Looks like we've got football season with some band nerds. I like it. I love a book about band nerds. Waking Romeo by Catherine Barker. Oh, this is set in the year 2083 in London. Time travel is possible, but only forward. Interesting. So it is a reimagining of Romeo and Juliet. This could be a really fun one if you teach Shakespeare. And of the stack that I got from Macmillan, I think this is the one that I want to read first. It's called Four Treasures of the Sky. It's a propulsive and dazzling debut novel set against the backdrop of the Chinese Exclusion Act about a Chinese girl fighting to claim her place in the 1880s American West. This is a really good one for the month of May, so I'm going to keep this one set aside to start reading. I just finished another Ruta Sepetys book last night / early this morning. I'm working my way through all 5 of her books. I think she has 5 total, and I'm going to do a video where I review all of them, but I think before I go on to the next one of hers, I think I'll read this in between. Lots of historical fiction. I have even more that I could show you, but I have one more stack. Oh, and I just noticed I'm wearing my banned book lover t-shirt. How very appropriate. And I have a spit up stain right here, so I'm covering it with my hair. So, okay, this one I know like everybody has read. One Crazy Summer by Rita Williams Garcia. It's set in Oakland in 1968. And I haven't read it, and it doesn't look that long. I need to read it just to catch up with the rest of you. I want to put together like a resource for historical fiction. I mean, probably just about like American history because there's so much of it. It's kind of hard to find it for other topics, but and just, you know, maybe for like US history teachers or English teachers, I guess, just like have kind of an organized place of like, okay, if you're teaching this topic or this time period, here are all the really good historical fiction novels that go with it. There's just so many. They keep coming out with so many amazing ones. This one I have read before. This book got destroyed in my classroom, Code Talker by Joseph Brucock. He's a really amazing indigenous author, and this is about the Navajo that created code during World War II that, you know, the enemies couldn't break. They couldn't break this Navajo language. It's been a long time since I've read this one though, so I might read it again, but I've read several by Joseph Brucock and he's really, really good. So pretty much anything you pick up by him is going to be good. I saw that he had a new one out at Belcanto Books, but it was like set during the pandemic, and I am not ready to also read about the pandemic yet. Like, no. Can't do it. We're still in it. I don't also want to think about it while I'm reading. So no thank you, but it'll probably be, you know, an interesting, almost like primary source in the future, I guess. This is another one that I feel like a lot of teachers, you know, have read and have in their classroom. Starfish by Lisa Phipps. A big, beautiful book about a big, beautiful girl. I just realized that it is a novel in verse. Excellent. That's very exciting. Okay, I also kind of want to do a unit next year on novels in verse. Maybe we will also do that. I kind of like doing literature circles where students get to pick their own books so that I don't have to like buy them all and provide them all. That just have, you know, like one stipulation, like novels in verse or memoirs or something like that. And then I can just give them a really long list of all the ones that I have in my classroom, but then they could get, you know, other ones from the library or whatever. So anyway, this one, I gotta read this one too. I don't know which one is at the top of my list, but I have like 3 right now that I am gonna read. Oh, this is another one of those. A coworker asked me if I had read this, Anti-Racism and Universal Design for Learning building expressways to success, that concept just intrigued me. I was like, ooh, yes, okay, if we're getting into all this universal design for learning stuff, which we are in my district, and I really like, I really just like the whole concept and the strategies and the idea behind it, and just making sure that every kid has access. And of course, that needs to include anti-racism. So I am going to be reading this one. So I'll let you know. I need to also do a video about like, you know, some of my favorite books about education. I feel like I've done that before, but maybe I haven't. I think I've just thought about doing it a lot, but that would be a good one for over the summer. Okay, couple more. I know this is ridiculous. Okay. I saw a lot of people post about this one on Instagram. The Personal Librarian. The concept sounds really cool. It is historical fiction. It's the remarkable story of J.P. Morgan's personal librarian, Belle DaCosta Green, the Black American woman who was forced to hide her true identity and pass as white to leave a lasting legacy that enriched our nation. Very cool. However, I read the first page and I just hate it. The old North Bell Tower tolls the hour and I realize that I'll be late. I long to break into a sprint, my voluminous skirts lifted, my legs flying along the Princeton University pathways. But just as I gather the heavy material, I hear Mama's voice. Belle, be a lady at all times. I sigh. A lady would never run. Whoa. If that's the tone of this whole book, then I cannot do it. So I don't know, this one's not high on my list after reading the first paragraph, but maybe I'll pick it up later. I don't know. This one is high on my list. Shine Bright, A Very Personal History of Black Women in Pop by Danielle Smith. And I've just looked at the chapter titles. I, of course, am very excited for the chapter on Mariah, but I love, love, love pop or music or TV, like critic books. One of my favorite books ever is I Like to Watch by Emily Nussbaum, and it's just, you know, like a TV critic's reviews of a bunch of different shows and how they impacted culture and all of that. And so I think that's what this one is as well, just about pop music. I love it. I'm so excited. This one is also near the top of my list. Another one that I saw on Instagram. Oh, it's so shiny and pretty still. I haven't read it obviously because it still looks good. Chola Salvation by Estella Gonzalez. It just sounded really good. These interrelated stories, mostly set in East Los Angeles, uncover the lives of a conflicted Mexican-American community. So they're all by the same author. Okay, but it is like a collection of short stories, it looks like, which is great because sometimes these are a little easier to use in class. You could take like one short story from a collection and use it with your students as like a mentor text or something like that. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. It sounded like something that could possibly be useful for teaching. So okay, and then the last one that we will talk about is When I'm Gone, Look for Me in the East by Quan Berry. She wrote one of my favorite books ever, We Ride Upon Sticks. I actually bought another copy for my friend when we were at Belcanto Books. I have the hardcover right there, that green one, and then I needed to have it in the paperback as well because it's such a fun color. And then I bought her the same paperback, so whenever she starts reading it, I'm gonna reread it with her. So I love, love, love this book. And then this is the third book, I think, by Quan Berry. But it's so weird because she has like two really different writing styles. Like We Ride Upon Sticks is really funny, set in the 80s. You know, it's about a field hockey team. This one seems a little bit different. Haunting and beautiful, Berry guides us through the history of modern Vietnam with a deft mix of folklore, magical realism, and stories of struggle. Okay, so then text set. And I guess we're doing these two together, right? And then, who's that author? Like Ocean Vuong? He writes poetry, I think. Okay, wheels are turning. There's so much to do. There's so much to read. Okay, we're gonna leave it there for now. The moral of the story is I need to buy no more books. No more. I have too many to even, I have a whole stack right here that I need to go through. I can't even, there's nowhere to even put that. I can't even fit them. Okay, we've got to be done. Thank you so much for watching with me and talking through all these books. Help me decide which one to pull out first, what kind of text sets we can make and what we should talk about on YouTube next, what kind of resources you guys would like as far as reading, you know, for your classroom or for yourself or whatever. So, all right, how on earth can I do a thumbnail with all these books? I don't know. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will talk to you later. See you in my next video. Bye.